What's going on, guys? Welcome back to yet another episode of Scooter Hut News. Sorry we did not have an episode for you last week. We did miss it, but we are back this week with episode 24, I do believe. Let's get right into this week's news. After 4 years with the company, Maddi Ceravolo has decided to part ways with his sponsor of MV Scooters. In a decision that has seemed to come out of absolutely nowhere, the best way to find out all the ins and outs on his departure from MV is by heading over to Maddi's YouTube channel, where he goes in depth about what has driven him to take a step away from the company in a 10-minute long video, talking about why he has parted ways and what his plans are for the future. As stated in the video, as well as on his Instagram, in no way is Matty quitting scooters, which is what people immediately think once a massive pro rider decides to jump ship from a sponsor. Instead, it is more of a fresh slate and giving Matty even more motivation to ride. Super excited to see what Matty's plans are for his future in his scootering career. The Beast from the East has a new signature deck on the way. After the successful release of his first signature deck with Lucky Scooters, JonMarco is back at it, promoting a second deck release on his Instagram page this past week. With an Instagram post with a caption, "You guys ain't even ready for what's coming," and a blurred out deck in his hand, one can only speculate what we aren't ready about for this deck. Is it a completely new colorway, maybe a new graphic, or even a completely new deck design? I don't see the dimensions changing drastically from his past signature deck to this one. However, who knows, there might be a new head trip design, or most likely it's just going to be an updated graphic. Either way, a new JonMarco signature deck is on its way, and I can't wait to see what the beast looks like. Speaking of Lucky Scooters, a new team member from right here in the land down under has just been announced. Darcy has been added to the Lucky Scooters Australian team, which is already a star-studded lineup, including the likes of Vince Kinner, Lachlan Rose, Cooper Elgar, Jackie Maguire, and Jeremy Petropoulos. This has been quite a long time coming, and it's not much of a surprise if you follow Darcy on his Instagram page, where he has been sporting a complete Lucky setup all the way since back in January. Not too sure as to why the announcement has taken this long, potentially due to prior contracts with other teams, or maybe he's been working on a welcome to video and he didn't want the hype of the new kid on the block to die out. Whatever it may be, Darcy has now helped cement the Lucky Scooters Australian team on the map with some of the best established names, not only in Australia, but also around the world. Excited to see what the future holds for Darcy and the rest of the Australian Lucky Scooters team. Bro, now this is a video part. Nathan Fleming, otherwise known as Nathan Flamongo, has released his Hell Grip part after joining the Hell Homies as the only Australian rider back in January of this year. The entire video is super enjoyable to watch, with a mix between the classic street cat style of ledges and rails. One of the craziest clips in my mind was a 50-50 down and around this curved rail in Melbourne, which if you have ever visited, you will know it is much gnarlier in person than what in the video makes it out to be, because he just does it so damn easily. Also, if you do spare a minute of your time, do yourself a favor and read the bio of this video, because McMasher throws together some absolutely whack paragraphs and they're just super enjoyable to read. So do that, honestly. Trust me. As always, the link to the full video will be in the description below. I'm never going to tell you what happens in this next video, but it is just an absolute work of art. Just trust me on this and go and follow the link in the description below and watch Chema's Chocoholic Proto Grippers promo. It's beautiful. I love it. 858 have just announced their newest team rider and their first ever female rider in the form of Pascal Berry. If you haven't heard of the name before, it won't take you long to get familiar with it, as Pascal is one of, if not the best Australian female riders, with a unique style mix between street and park, slaying rails, ledges, quarter pipes, whatever is thrown in front of her, with absolute steez. This chick has honestly some of the best hill roaders in the game, and to prove that to you, just take a quick scroll through her Instagram feed and you'll actually be mind blown how good she is at that trick. And not only that trick, all the other ones in there too. Stoked for 858 for picking up their newest talent, and can't wait to see what the future holds between the pair. Now, our final piece of news, and probably the reason you clicked on the video, as you've seen the title that suggests a giveaway, and let's be honest, who doesn't want to win something? S1 helmets have finally touched down in the land of Oz, and they are available right here, right now, at Scooter Hut. And even more excitingly, not only do we have the signature black and white undialed TV signature lit S1 helmets, but we are currently the only shop in the world stocking the lit collab helmets in every color. That means you can get a lit helmet in green, you can get one in red, you can get one in blue, you can get one in pink, you can even get one in gold, all with the lit logo on it, which is absolutely sick. I mean, absolutely lit. And that's not even it, we have a bunch of other colors available as well. Now, if you haven't heard about the S1 helmet before and you don't know what all the buzz is about, not only do some of the best riders in the world support and ride an S1 helmet, and not only do the S1 helmets look amazing, they are completely certified and have some of the most amazing and up-to-date technology inside to keep your head safe. I'm going to chuck up and play a video now from the guys over S1 testing a non-certified helmet versus one of their certified S1 Lifer helmets in an impact test that is super interesting to watch, and I can't stress to you how important it is to know the difference between a non-certified helmet, which is probably what you currently own, and a certified S1 helmet.
One of the most advanced, scientific, and accurate ways to show how much better the S1 Lifer helmet is versus the traditional soft foam skate helmet is to actually test these in an accredited, independent, third-party testing facility. This is the S1 Lifer helmet, which is constructed with our patented blend of EPS fusion foam. This is a traditional soft foam skate helmet, which is constructed with soft foam inserts. We're going to put helmets onto this head form that has an accelerometer in it that measures impact energy. The head form is connected to a computer that measures the amount of impact that gets to the head in a simulated impact. If the helmet doesn't have adequate protection, it will fail the test and could possibly cause a serious brain injury. Without any helmet on the head form, if we bring this up to 6.5 feet and drop it down onto the hazard, it is going to generate 1,000 G's worth of force to the head form. The reason that you wear a helmet is to buffer or disperse the amount of impact energy that gets to your head. In order to pass the high impact test, the helmet must reduce 1,000 G's worth of energy to under 300 G's. Anything over 300 G's fails the test. We have the soft foam helmet on the head form now. We're going to bring it up to 6.5 feet, drop it from the drop tower, and see how it performs. So we have the results here for the soft foam helmet. We had it up at 6.5 feet, dropped it down to a flat surface, which is generating 1,000 G's worth of energy to the head form. This helmet only reduced the energy pulse 5 G's. It got a peak acceleration G of 995. So that means that all of the impact energy was going straight through this helmet and getting to the head form. To pass this test, you have to get a test under 300 G's. This is more than 3 times that amount. This helmet fails the high impact test. We have the S1 Lifer helmet on the head form now. We're going to bring it up to 6.5 feet, drop it from the drop tower, and see how it performs. So we have the testing results here for the S1 Lifer helmet, which we dropped from the same distance we dropped the soft foam helmet, which generated 1,000 G's worth of energy. The S1 Lifer helmet took that 1,000 G's and reduced it to 253 G's, which is a pass for the high impact test. Basically what you're seeing is that the soft foam helmet is allowing the impact energy to go directly through the helmet and get to the head form. With the S1 Lifer helmet, the fusion foam is crushing that energy and dispersing it out and reducing it 4 times the amount the soft foam helmet did. The S1 Lifer helmet passes the high impact test. What we wanted to do today was show you in a scientific manner the difference between how the S1 Lifer helmet and a soft foam helmet absorb impact energy. What we found was that the Lifer helmet with fusion foam reduced and absorbed energy much more effectively than soft foam helmets. The S1 Lifer helmet, a better, safer helmet.
If you sat through the entirety of that 3-minute long video, you are now most likely asking your mum and dad to get yourself a new helmet. right? Pretty crazy facts right there comparing an S1 helmet to a standard everyday helmet. I'm going to leave a link to their website below, which you can use to get all the information you need regarding sizes and fitting of an S1 helmet to your head, as they come in 3 different shell sizes with a range of different padding for each. So no matter what shape or size your head is, an S1 helmet will be able to protect you. Yeah. So now the fun part. We are going to be giving away one of these signature lit S1 helmets to a lucky viewer of this video, and to enter is super simple. First, you have to like this video and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Secondly, you're needing to head over to our Instagram, as I've just posted a picture that you are going to have to reshare with the hashtag S1 giveaway, as well as tagging S1 Scoot and Scooter Hut to better your chances of winning. The winner will be announced right here on Scooter Hut News next week, so make sure you are watching to see if you win yourself a brand new brain bucket. That's going to do it for this week's episode of Scooter Hut News, but before we do go, we have the hashtag SH Clip of the Week winner, which is Jackson Smith _ Watson. Not Smith. Jackson Watson _. That's the one. First tee. Thanks again, guys, for watching yet another episode of Scooter Hut News. We're going to be back next week, I promise you. Sometimes I can't film on Mondays. I'm sorry, I've missed it 3 times now in 24 episodes. That's pretty good if you ask me. Anyway, going to be back next week, and I'll see you then with a recap of the week's news. See ya.